Everybody procrastinates. Everybody procrastinates. Now, if you take exception to what I just said, I want you to let me to expand upon that. If you look at the most successful people in our world, the high performers, if you will, they still procrastinate, but they procrastinate a little bit. Where other people, and I'm not going to name any names, I'm not even going to infer that's you, well, you procrastinate a lot. So what I want to do is I want to give you 5 ideas on how you can control procrastination. I believe you cannot completely eliminate it, but there are certain things you can do that'll reduce the amount of procrastination you are doing. Number 1, plan your time. I'm always saying, tell your time where to go instead of wondering where it went. When you plan your time intentionally, you think about what do you want to do tomorrow if you're planning the day before? What do you want to do today if you're planning the morning of? What do you want to do this week, this month, this quarter? When you intentionally plan, you're less likely to procrastinate. The worst thing in my mind that you could have is a calendar with nothing on it, because then you start rationalizing to yourself, well, I'll just take it easy today, or I'm sure I'll get something done. So plan your time. Idea number 2, do an exercise I call O-Day. Outsource, delegate, automate, and eliminate. So what you do is over a period of 2, 3, 4, 5 days, write down everything you do. Now, I don't want you to judge if it should be done by you or someone else. Don't get ahead of yourself. Just write down everything you do for as many days as you need to get a clear picture of what you're doing. Then I want you to sit down with that list, and anything that can be outsourced, I want you to outsource it. Anything that can be delegated, I want you to delegate it. Anything that can be automated, this is a big one, I want you to automate it. And anything that can be eliminated, my favorite letter, I want you to eliminate it. Because you're probably doing too much. And if you outsource, delegate, automate, and eliminate what you can, you'll have less to do. And the things you do will be things you are really good at, and you won't procrastinate because you love doing it. Idea number 3, know your limits. We all have limits. Physical, emotional, mental, spiritual. You got to know your limits, and you got to know when you need to step back and take a break. So know your limits. When you're tired, when you're fatigued, when you're mentally exhausted, it's really easy to slip into procrastination. Idea number 4, maybe you got to find a different or a better job. Maybe you love your job, but you don't like the long commute. You don't like sitting in traffic. Maybe you want to work from home. Maybe you don't like the wallpaper. Maybe you don't like your boss. Because if you're doing something you don't love to do, it's really easy to procrastinate. Let's say you got to create a report. And you hate creating reports, so you start cleaning up your email or you start looking at your Slack messages. So maybe you need to consider getting a better job or the same job in a different location. And idea number 5, I want you to create a system. Now, everyone's system is going to be different. One of them should be planning your time, but I want you to look at your work environment. And I want you to go, okay, how can I create a system that is unique for me, that I'm going to adhere to, that is going to reduce my procrastination? A lot of people don't have systems. A lot of people go through their days flying by the seat of their pants. I don't want you to do that. I want you to think about what you do every day and how you can systematize it. Now, as a productivity coach, I work with people to set systems up like this, and it's very difficult for me to give you these strategies on a video like this. But what I want you to do is step back and think about how you can systemize what you're doing. I guarantee you can come up with a system based on what you already do. Systems help reduce procrastination. So again, the 5 ideas I have for you reducing, remember, you cannot 100% eliminate procrastination, but you can certainly reduce it. Number 1, plan. Tell your time where to go instead of wondering where it went. Number 2, do the outsource, delegate, automate, and eliminate exercise. I call it O-Day. Number 3, know your limits and don't exceed them. Number 4, find a different or better job. And number 5, create a system. So I hope you got value from the video today. Hey, Rockstar. Thank you so much for reaching the end of the podcast. I truly appreciate your time and attention. So I want to help you more. And the best way to do that is for you to head on over to my website, MrProductivity.com, MISTER, MrProductivity.com. There you can sign up for my free email newsletter, find out about my coaching. Matter of fact, everything and anything, well, except for my credit card numbers and social security number, you can find out at MrProductivity.com. Thank you so much again for your attention. And until we meet again, my friend, which will be sooner than you think, or maybe you would like, depending on your perspective, don't forget, stay productive and stay positive.